a promotional illustration. So anyway, so I went ahead and I have my sketches, which I don't have, I have them somewhere. I meant to show those to you, but I have my original sketches that I started out with pen and pencil. And this is another thing that I found out. I'm fascinated with people who can just go onto their Cintiq and just like, boom, they're just like drawing as if they're drawing with paper and pencil. And I can't do that, or I need to work up with that because my stuff still looks really stiff. There's almost like this weird, for me, there's like a disconnect between when I'm working on my Cintiq versus when I'm drawing on paper and pencil. I still like doing, as far as coloring, doing that all digitally because it's just really makes it simple. So I took my line drawing, I scanned it in, and then I printed it out on a 11 by 14 sheet of Stonehenge paper. This is, I don't know, I just really like this paper. This is my favorite paper, and this I used all the time when I used to draw with pastels. So if you are really into pastels, you can buy this in much larger sheets. I buy it in the pad now from Legion, and I got it from Dick Blick, but this is 11 by 14 size, really, really nice. I think for me, when I'm using Bristol, it's just a little too, there's no tooth to it. It's so smooth, and I like a little bit of tooth. Like, I feel like a little bit of a grain. So I had my image, I scanned it in, and then I went ahead and printed it out on this 11 by 14 sheet of Stonehenge paper, okay? I'm not as concerned, like, I didn't drop the opacity on my line work. I just, like, you know what? There's a couple things I want to change. I wanted to show you the kind of the process behind it. Let me see if I can find this one, because it's kind of interesting when you see, like, all the directions I went with this. So, and there's more than one in this series. This is like a series of 3 illustrations. You go through and you're making reiterations and changes, looking for resources to help make my drawings better. Whew. I have to bull clip everything together because oh yeah, here it is. Alright, so, like, this was my line drawing, and then I got some feedback from my mentor, which was great. So you can see, like, kind of like where it was a little too generic up here, and it was a little bit too symmetrical. He suggested, like, taking this out, maybe think about throwing in a bookshelf. He did suggest, like, the fireplace, making it more like a cabin, but I thought about it as like, I really love this fireplace. I'm maybe not a fan of this gapping right here. So now when you come to this one, took out the clothesline here, added a bookcase, added a bookshelf here, threw in some of these other elements to kind of fill in that space. The table was creating a little bit more of a tangent right here in the corner, so I just enlarged it and kind of flattened the perspective on it a little bit, so it fit a little bit better. And so these are elements that I took out in Photoshop in my line drawing, and then I just hand draw them in, because I'm just going to go over this with pen and ink. So this is kind of like from here to here. And then I kind of threw in as an extra thing, as I was doing this, I was like, you know, the cat is and I don't know if you can guess from looking at this, this is from the fable, the town mouse and the country mouse. And so, but this is my cowboy mouse and my art mouse. So I kind of switched that up. And then my thought was, I thought it would be kind of fun for if I was a little kid and I had to look at this illustration, because there's a lot going on in here. Maybe can I throw in some mice and cats added in? So like little decorations of cats on the fireplace, little paw prints. The mice on the chairs, portrait of the cat, little cat pottery, could be a mouse actually right there, and then little end books with the cat in there. So it's like, let me see if I can throw in these little things as a little hide and seek. So if you're watching, you know, looking at this image. So another thing I'm considering, besides this being a promotional piece, I think this will work as far as changing out on my website. So